Look, I get it. When you think of Enlightenment thinkers, you probably imagine a bunch of wig-wearing, old men sitting in stuffy libraries, discussing abstract ideas that seem far removed from our everyday lives. But let me tell you, the story of Jean-Jacques Rousseau and Montesquieu is far from boring. In fact, it's a tale of passion, rivalry, and intellectual fireworks that will make you question everything you thought you knew about these two philosophers. Let's start with the basics. Jean-Jacques Rousseau, the enigmatic and controversial figure of the Enlightenment, had some serious beef with his fellow philosopher, Charles Louis II at Baron de la Bridette de Montesquieu, or simply Montesquieu. While Montesquieu was known for his ideas on political systems and the separation of powers, Rousseau saw him as nothing more than an elitist who didn't understand the true nature of humanity. You see, Rousseau believed that society corrupted individuals and that true freedom could only be found in a state of nature. He saw Montesquieu's ideas on government as perpetuating the inequality and oppression that plagued society. In Rousseau's eyes, Montesquieu's emphasis on the separation of powers only served to preserve the power of the aristocracy, while neglecting the needs and desires of the common people. To better understand the animosity between these two thinkers, let's dive into a few life scenes that shed light on their philosophical ideas in a way that even your grandma could understand. Scene 1, picture Rousseau, a passionate and idealistic young man, wandering through the picturesque streets of Geneva. As he observes the stark social divisions and the suffering of the poor, a fire is ignited within him. He starts writing furiously, channeling his frustrations into his famous work, The Social Contract. In this revolutionary piece, Rousseau argues that true political legitimacy comes from the will of the people, not some fancy separation of powers. Scene 2, now imagine Montesquieu, a sophisticated and well-connected nobleman, attending a lavish dinner party in Paris. Surrounded by the intellectual elite, he engages in lively debates about government and power. With a glass of fine wine in hand, Montesquieu defends his belief in a system of checks and balances, arguing that it is the key to preventing tyranny and ensuring the stability of the state. These two scenes capture the essence of the clash between Rousseau and Montesquieu. Rousseau, the fiery idealist, believed in the power of the people and the need for a radical overhaul of society. Montesquieu, on the other hand, advocated for a more measured approach, relying on the wisdom of the elite to govern. So, what can we learn from this epic intellectual battle? Well, it's a reminder that philosophy is not just an abstract pursuit, but a reflection of the societal struggles, passions, and desires of its thinkers. It's a reminder that even the most revered figures in history had their differences and that questioning their ideas is not only acceptable but necessary. Next time you find yourself delving into the world of Enlightenment philosophy, remember the clash between Rousseau and Montesquieu. It's a reminder that philosophy is not just a bunch of boring old ideas, but a battleground of competing visions for a better world.